Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again in this YouTube astrological segment. I'm going to be talking about people that have a Leo Sun and Virgo Moon in the natal chart. Now, I'm going to elaborate and expound on that. What I'm talking about is people that have that Sun-Moon combination in their natal chart, a Leo Sun and Virgo Moon. And the basic character, which in this case, basic character is the Sun, and in this case, with the Sun being in Leo, maybe very flamboyant, gregarious, extravagant, generous, courageous, and attention-seeking. Now, on the unconscious side, which is the Moon, and the Moon in this case being in Virgo, could be very organized, tactful, scrupulous, analytical, detail-oriented, and very clean. And as some examples, and now, you obviously, like many, Sun-Moon combinations, there's a strong disparity in the Sun and Moon energy. The Sun is our conscious side, the Moon reflects the unconscious side, and you have this Leo Sun on a conscious side, and actually it's very gregarious and extroverted. Now, the Virgo Moon is a little more, on an unconscious level, more, reticent, shy, not nearly, as extroverted as Leo, and so there may be an unconscious, on an unconscious level, a person may be more shy than the typical Leo Sun, and it's also, this is a another way this combination may manifest. Leo Sun. Sun is about our basic wants in astrology, and the Leo Sun wants to shine, get attention, and be praised and lauded for their efforts. And the Moon is about our emotional needs, and the Virgo Moon needs work, rendering service to others, and just being helpful in general, as some examples. And also, too, the Leo Sun, going to the fact that, going back to the strong disparity with this energy, even though they're adjacent signs, you wouldn't think there'd be that much difference with them, but there really is, because the Leo Sun, I talked about before, with the Leo Sun being very gregarious and extrovert, and the Virgo Moon is more reticent and shy. Another difference is going back to, the Leo Sun wanting to be, praised and lauded, could even be very boastful, while the Virgo Moon, again, reticent, very humble, could be very modest on a more unconscious level, may not even realize this. And because, again, the Moon is the unconscious. Now, the true self, which is the Sun, and the Sun in this case being in Leo, can be very extroverted, extravagant, boastful, very confident. And on the inner self, which is the Moon, and the Moon being in Virgo, can be even pedantic at times. Is very systematic, punctilious with details, and this is the Sun is about our drive and motivation, and this person may be driven and motivated, which is the Sun, and it could be to dominate, which is Leo, and having the Moon in Virgo, it may be done with more meticulous attention to detail and trying to be close to perfect as possible. And the thing about this too is the person may bring that Leo ferocity and that confidence, that self-assurance, could be into something Virgo related, which could be connected with statistics, analytics. It could be defragging, compartmentalizing, such as defragging a computer, cleaning. It could be something with organization, such as home organization, and something connected with cleaning, sanitizing, and health. It could be something with health and fitness, such as working out vigorously, as an example. And the thing too is, let's say if this is a conjunction aspect. If the Leo Sun, say for example, is at 29 degrees and the Virgo Moon is at 3 degrees, that would be a conjunction, and that could indicate intensify. Conjunctions are intensifying; they're about intensification, and focus is the Sun. and it could be then on the emotional needs, which is the moon. And whether being with the moon in Virgo, again, things connected with nutrition, health. It's defragging, again, nutrition, things that are connected with detail, compartmentalizing. And some astrologers and astrology enthusiasts out there don't believe in out of sign conjunctions, but I do, and because I'll illustrate this as the example I stated before with the Leo Sun as an example. Leo Sun at 29 degrees and the Virgo Moon at 3 degrees. Okay, you're talking about 4-degree difference, disparity, and they're very in close proximity to each other. Now, they may be in different signs, but I believe there is still friction between those planets because of the close proximity, and that's why I do believe in out of sign conjunctions and other aspects as well. Other major aspects are sextile, trine, square, the opposition. I even see this with the inconjunct aspect. The inconjunct I see actually as a major aspect. There seems to be division with that as well among astrologers and astrology enthusiasts as to whether the inconjunct is a major or a minor aspect. But anyway, and the thing too is keep in mind that the sun in astrology is connected with the biological father. The moon represents the mother. And if you have, having the Leo sun in this example, it could, in some cases, indicate that the biological father may actually be a Leo sun, moon, or ascendant, or embody those characteristics. And with the Virgo moon, the mother may actually be a Virgo sun, moon, or ascendant, or embody those traits. Remember, it's also about the perception of these people. Somebody that has the Leo sun in Leo, they may perceive the biological father as somebody that is very generous, magnanimous, captivating, charismatic, but at the same time may see that person as overly boastful or arrogant and domineering. Now the person with the Virgo moon, in this case to having the Virgo moon, may perceive the mother as somebody that's very analytical, punctilious with details, helpful, service-oriented, but at the same time they see that the mother is overly shy or overly critical or judgmental or cynical, as some examples. And again, you do have the very strong disparity with this energy. Being with Leo, of course, very extroverted and outgoing, in the Virgo moon, on the more unconscious level, being more shy and reticent. But the thing too is, this is a person as well. I mean, keep in mind the sun in astrology is about our actions, and with the sun being in Leo, those actions may be with much ferocity and confidence, and the reactions with Virgo not quite as confident, but they can be one where there might be some person may be in deep in thought, maybe before responding to certain things. Virgo can be pensive and very and often think a lot before doing something. It isn't Earth sign, and also the actions may be ones connected with being helpful and analysis, and the reactions, the responses may not always be acted on. May not be done until thorough analysis in some cases. I'm not saying people with Virgo moon are going to take forever to respond to something, but what it is, they may go through certain analysis in some instances before actually responding to a situation and trying to be as proper as they can or be close to perfect in their in how they respond to a situation. So anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment. Until next time, Edwin Learnard saying stay well.